that ball.
Rambo Radio with your host, Genty.
Fuck, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, fucking Jen is a warlord.
I'm fucking coming for you.
Now I feel poo coming out of my bum. So it's a lot right now. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rambopra Radio. I am your host, Genty. Twitter and Instagram at Genty523. We are going to get to hear the sweet, sweet sounds of the puppy bringing her toy into the podcast because she desperately wants me to play with her. I made the mistake of buying a new toy, an indestructible tennis ball, and if she's not chewing on it, she wants somebody to throw it to her so she can chew on it some more. And I don't understand that she can't understand the concept of just chew on the damn thing and let me podcast for a mere 30 minutes. Please, woman, please. But here we are, folks. I am so glad to talk to you. The first podcast of 2025. That's right, folks. We're starting strong. Short but sweet. But I'm starting strong. And we are just off to a great start here. I've been on vacation at work, so I was gone for 5 days, and I was pulling into work, and I said, man, I wonder who's quit. I wonder who's been fired. Let's find out. Ay. Mira, wow. So far, I'm trying to give it a couple days. This is my first day back. I didn't see a certain individual who's been dying to quit, but he's also terrible. Sweet guy, but holy shit. He's just, damn it. He is not built for this, and that is okay. But anywho, we're starting off with customers of the week. We got a big one, folks. It is a humdinger, rumspringer. So it is time for customers of the week. Well, this week, you know, it is my first day back. After 5 days, it's my first day back. And it doesn't disappoint. You know, the level of stupidity is at record highs. But, you know, I don't mind, you know, because my goal is to help people and get to jujitsu to help myself. And so I just do what I can to pass the time. And so I don't even know how to start with this. So I'm outside getting carts. Now, mind you, which I'll remind you, and of course, maybe you can tell my boss, she has forgotten that my shoulder is fucked up and has been fucked up since December 21st. Just a quick little side note, the prognosis is a severely pulled upper trapezius muscle, which if you are not into anatomy and physiology, that is the top of your shoulder muscle. And it is severely inflamed with a smidge of fluid, if you will, in there. And so, you know, shout out to Dauntless Athletic Performance in Rancho Cucamonga. It's not a paid advert. Eleanor fixed my shoulder. I'm popped back in, and I'm all taped up. I feel like I'm Tron. I feel like I'm Iron Man. I got superpowers, and all she did was put a little bit of tape on me from Target. She told me, this is like $4 at Target. But who would have thought that putting some kinesiology tape would be helpful, because I certainly thought it was horseshit. I mean, even when we sold it at my work, I was like, meh, I'll just buy some for a rainy day, but whatever, you know, and God knows where that is. when she's taping me, I'm like, man, this is giving me the support I need. So I feel like I'm invincible, and I haven't stopped doing jiu-jitsu. I've just been doing it with one hand. Aren't you impressed? Or you're saying to yourself, I am very, very, very stupid. It is both. So anyways, my boss who suggested that I should have went to urgent care. No. And Eleanor said the same thing. Not for this. No. There are sick people at the hospital. You sit there with all these sick people, and they're just gonna fucking put my shoulder in a sling. And the position of being in a sling, that having my hand doing the Pledge of Allegiance, where my pain is at in my trapezius and my rotator cuff, doing that motion is extremely painful. I am most comfortable putting my hand in my pocket. So please, no slings allowed here. She's like, I'm glad you didn't go there. It would have been a waste of your time. And I said, see, I freaking told my boss. She thought I was stupid. But anyway, so this lovely woman thought it would be a good idea for me to go do a car collect. And I said, wow, you must be desperate. Because I only got one hand, sweets. So I said, sure thing. You know, I don't even argue with her. I don't even remind her like, yo, my shoulder's fucked up, whatever. Can you just go get carts? I don't have anyone. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So obviously because my shoulder's fucked up and getting carts involves using your shoulders, well, that meant I got one cart at a time. I was like, ooh, I tried to steer like 2 carts, and I was like, nope, feeling a twinge in my shoulder, not doing it. So I just took 1 cart at a time, took my sweet ass time, and then of course my boss is telling me right when there's basically no carts left in the car corral, every single fucking cart is either out in the abyss in the parking lot or being used. So I'm like, all right, girl. Well, my shoulder's fucked up, in case you forgot what you did. So I'm going to get 1 cart at a time. So instead of this being a normal 10-minute job, this turned into 30 to 45 minutes. So I just got 1 shopping cart at a time, took my sweet time, enjoyed the view, the breeze. And so back to customers of the week. As I was getting 1 cart at a time, I don't know why, but something brought my eyes to a certain customer that had left the property, and the shopping cart was loaded up with bags. And something told me, don't take your eyes off this guy. Just don't take your eyes off this guy. So I just low-key kept getting carts, but every now and then I'd look back to see what this guy was doing, because I caught a vibe. The universe just gave me a sign. While you're out here, look at this guy. Yeah. So I see this guy, no homo, and I see him with the shopping cart full of groceries, and I'm just like, don't know what it is, but I'm just going to look at you. I'm just going to look at you, Jack. So he parked way at the end of the parking lot, almost to the street. And I don't know, maybe he's a regular who does this, but there used to be a lot of trees in the parking lot. And about 3-4 weeks ago, a lot of the trees, about 3 or 4 of them got removed, and a lot of them were trimmed back. So there's hardly any trees left, and the trees that are left are hardly any branches left on them. So I don't know if he's a regular customer because I've never seen him before, but I just saw that when old boy got to the edge of the parking lot, wherever he was parked at, he went to the tree that used to have a lot of shade and a lot of branches. And he did the double look back, and I was like, did this bitch steal something? Does he got booze in his pants? What's happening? He did the double look back, and then he whips it out, man. He whips it out and takes a piss on the tree. And I said, Mom, what the hell? bitch. Hey, all you need is the password, 1861. You couldn't go back in the store. You parked so far away that you're just gonna take a leak right here on this tree that used to have shade and now it doesn't. So the entire fucking street and the entire shopping center of my work can see you whip out your wang and take a piss on the street. Sir, you are not hidden. I want to let you know, you are not hidden. Just because you do the double look back does not mean it's safe. I was looking straight at this dude, and he was probably 50, 60 yards away. Whips out his crumb and proceeds to piss on the tree. And I said, man, go fuck yourself. Oh, but it gets better, friends. It gets better. So I don't know if my man's was all there or had a stroke or what was going on, but after he got done relieving himself, he proceeded to sit at the base of the tree that he just pissed in. I said, oh my God, he's gonna sit in his piss. This motherfucker with gray sweatpants who whipped out his junk, pissed on a tree at the end of the parking lot at my work, proceeded to sit in his own piss after he got done. I went, what the hell is happening, man? Are you okay? This is unusual for people to take a piss and then sit in it. Then I'm looking around, I'm like, is anybody seeing this? I'm desperately like looking for someone to make eye contact with me so I can go, whoa, did you see that? And I'm just looking around and people are just like, do. Well, it's 3:45. Maybe I can sneak out of work early. I don't want to be back. I got the holiday blues. Bye. I mean, everybody that was outside walking had their head down, head in the phone, looking everywhere, but the dude who sat in his fucking piss, or the dude who just whipped it out and peed in that and then sat in his piss. And then when I finally made eye contact with a lady who happened to be out there parked in her car, and I was like, hey, did you see that? And this lady just had her jaw on the floor. And I was like, did you see what I see? Do you hear what I feel? I was like, holy smokes, what in the name of Whitney Houston, Whitney, Bobby, Christina is that, man? I kept looking at the lady and she made eye contact with me and her jaw was on the floor and I was like, oh, my jaw's on the floor too. Oh, are you looking at the same thing? And she's like, man, what? I'm getting carts. And then she gets out of her car and she goes, what happened to this town? I said, I know, right? I was like, Jesus, you know, the city of Loma Linda, it is the smallest thing. I mean, we're talking about a speck of salt in the state of California, okay? I mean, you mention the word Loma Linda to people and they go, what? And I go, do you know Riverside? And they go, maybe. Or even if they don't know Riverside or Loma Linda, they go, where's that? And I go, it's the pit stop before you get to Palm Springs. It's the first pit stop you make from LA, because by the time you drive from LA to Loma Linda, that's already, without traffic, that's an hour and 30 minutes. When there's traffic, that's a 3-hour drive, okay? One way. So you have to go pee. You have to go pee. You're gonna pull over. All your little Celsius drink is hitting the bladder, your coffee, your Mountain Dew, the Baja Blast, you're running for the border, the whole nine, okay? You have to pull over. There's no argument. You have to stop in Loma Linda. And so I'm like, yeah, so Loma Linda's like 45 minutes from Palm Springs. It's the second pit stop, because when you leave Loma Linda, then you hit traffic again from Loma Linda to Yucaipa, which used to be a 15-minute drive. That's now a 45-minute drive. So by the time you get to fucking Banning or Cabazon, you need to pull over, Jack, or you're going to go fucking shopping at the outlets at Cabazon. So to get to Palm Springs from LA is an all-day thing. You understand? So I was just thinking, man, when I was a kid, Loma Linda used to be a safe place, even though there was no such thing. There was hardly any crime. There were no homeless people at all. None. Zero. Zilch. Wait, there was one homeless veteran lady, okay? One homeless lady, okay? In 40 years, we went from one homeless lady to thousands. And I don't know if this person might have been homeless. I'm going to have to assume that they were. But even so, like, just ask us for the fucking password, man. Don't whip your junk out in the parking lot. And then to top it all off, you got gray sweats on. You sat in your piss, sir, because I saw when he stood up, his fucking leg, his leg and his butt, they were wet. I said, dear God. I said, I remember when this town was peaceful, hardly any crime. Everybody was cool. I mean, y'all hated the gays, but it was just an unspoken rule. Everything else was all right, you know? But now, holy shit. Oh, my days. Even the hospital went Vegas. They got some money in their pocket, and they fucking put casino lights and fucking giant glass windows with no frames in them. And the place is all lit up at night. They ain't even trying to disguise that place is a hospital. They're like, yup, this is a casino. When you're admitted here, you are going to spend some money, Jack. We got 2 helicopter landing pads here. Man, the town has just turned, man. It has turned to the Dino 2.0. It is disturbing. I'm like, holy shit. It's all it took was for one homeless person to be like walking under the bridge. Because all that separates Loma Linda and the Dino is literally the freeway. All they got to do is walk under the bridge and they're like, oh, what's this? Hey, man, what's this? Loma Linda. Oh, man, let's get our dicks out. And the reason why I say that, because now when you go to the Welcome to Loma Linda sign coming from Colton or San Bernardino, from you're coming east, there is a migrant encampment. Every time I work a early morning shift, the first thing I see is this fucking dude's dick, man. I'm like, fuck. No, he don't got no pants. And I think he knows that it's morning traffic, so he just fucking pops out of his fucking tent with a Woody and is just like, He reminds me of fucking Principal Vernon from Breakfast Club. What the fuck, man? You mess with the bull, you get the horns, Jack. In this case, this guy don't have no pants. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, right at the Welcome to Loma Linda sign. So I'm just like, fuck, man. I missed when this town was just like an unknown gem, an untouched reservoir of coolness and peacefulness. And there's like 20 churches in the town. Like every block got a church. No booze. It was a dry town. All you could get was, for the longest time, all you could get was just beer. And that was like it. You couldn't get no wine. You couldn't get no hard alcohol. They only served beer. They only served Miller Lite, Bud Light, Corona. You couldn't get nothing hard in that town, Jack. There was no McDonald's. There was no fast food. None of that. Now, they got Starbucks, Wally Mart. They're trying to build some other filth coming soon. I'm just like, man, this town. What the fuck, Jack? See, at any time there was trouble, we always knew you would get into trouble if you got, the closer you got to the freeway, more the Dino hood rats or hoodlums would be there, you know, because I've gotten to some situations over there, okay? I've almost been jumped. I have had people yell out obscenities at me. But at the further you're into town, then it's more peaceful, more quiet. The closer you are to the hospital, the better. Just in case somebody tries to stab you. But, man, I just never in my days of living that I would ever imagine somebody whipping out their hog and pissing in public in Loma Linda. That's just not a thing. It's just that just don't happen. That would never cross my mind. And obviously, always a lesbian. So thinking of hogs, it's like, yo, what? That's gay. But man, just the sadness and how quick everything turned, and the fucking the level of scammers and the, ooh, I'm hungry, give me some money. I'm like, bruh, do you want a job? Because I got a place you can go get job training. They don't care if you're homeless or not. They'll teach you how to make a resume, how to get you a job. Amazon's hiring. Can you stay clean for 30 days? Like stuff like that. Like, and I just know that you can't force people to work. You can't force people to participate in society. So it's sad that it has become a huge plight in the city of Loma Linda. A once peaceful New Canaan, as they say in the Bible, the New Canaan is now destroyed. Destroyed by homeless people, homeless dudes whipping their dicks out. God damn it. Oh my God. Here, I'll help you. If you're a local, go to Waterman Avenue and Redlands Boulevard and just start traveling east. You'll see a homeless encampment and some dude fucking doing the helicopter with his dick next to the Loma Linda sign. What the fuck, man? Oh, unbelievable. Some current events. Well, okay, so some things that I watched this week during the holidays. Obviously, because I was in full recovery. I mean, I didn't stop training jiu-jitsu, if that's what you want to know, because I can't stop, won't stop. But in recovery from work, healing myself from the mess. I have just been, when I'm not at jiu-jitsu, when I'm resting, I'm, stretching, getting massages. I got cupped for the first time. I've never been cupped before. That shit looks scary as hell. And I don't know if it was real or not, but I seen some kind of cupping video online and the cup exploded. And that scared the shit out of me. I said, oh, hell no. That shit's dangerous. I ain't doing that. But ran into the homegirl at jiu-jitsu and she's like, yo, I do cupping for my job. And I have the kit in my car. Do you want to? And I'm like, girl, I'm in so much pain. I will do anything to alleviate the pain. Even if that means more pain, to alleviate the pain. So I got cupped up and man, that was like the first day that I felt good. when I came home from the gym after I got cupped, I had the deepest sleep I have had at the time it was 10 days since I'd been injured because I sleep on my side, and since my shoulder's fucked up, I tried sleeping on my non-hurt shoulder, but the extent of my injury, so it's the top of my trapezius muscle or my shoulder muscle. And so if I lay on my non-hurt shoulder side, it pulls on the tendon that's connected to my hurt shoulder. So I've been sleeping flat on my back, which means I haven't been sleeping, Jack. It's just been weird. It's like I've been asleep at a 45-degree angle because of my shoulder. And so after getting cupped, I was like, holy shit, I had the deepest, best sleep in 10 days. I was like, Jesus, I need more of that. Hit the homegirl up again, got a massage, same thing. I was like, holy shit, this girl is the truth. If you're in the Hemet area, you can hit up my girl. She does the massages. And Jesus, she did such a good job. And let me tell you, it was fucking painful as hell, but probably because I was severely inflamed. But it was worth it. Oh, just the relief I had from my shoulder and it was enough for my muscles to relax, which I didn't realize were so tense from being hurt that I wasn't sleeping good. I thought I was, but not like that. I mean, this chick put me out. I'm like, oh, is this what it's like to be knocked out? I was gone and then woke up and I was like, oh, I got 10 hours of sleep. And I was like, whoa, I haven't slept that good in ages. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to hit her up. She can massage me and I can fall back asleep again. So it has been a struggle to say the least. But since I've been laid up in the bed, I've been watching some shows. This one is old, but it was new to me. It was the Whitney Houston documentary. And it brought some new things to light for me. And it also brought some things that I already knew about, like her bestie, her girl Robin. They was lesbians together. Let's just keep it 100. They is lesbians together. And so, they were practically inseparable. She was Whitney's business advisor and was like keeping Whitney on track. And then Whitney met Bobby Brown, and Robin and Bobby didn't like each other. So Robin was like, yo, you either choose me or him. And so Whitney chose Bobby. And damn, she chose wrong. You should have went with the lesbian. But thing I didn't know about was, I already knew that Dionne Warwick was her cousin, who was like a famous singer. Do you know the way to San Jose? Yeah, Dionne Warwick is a legend, right? But I didn't know she had a sister, Dee Dee, who also sang songs too, right? But we ain't gonna sing Dee Dee songs. You know why? Because Dee Dee, molested Whitney and her brothers. And I'm like, oh, bitch. Because see, Whitney Houston's mom was like a prominent gospel singer and recording artist. She did background for Frank Sinatra, for Diana Ross, all kinds of people, you name it. Whitney Houston's mom, Sissy, sang for everybody back in the day. And so she was gone a lot. So she would leave Whitney and her brothers in the care of her cousin, Dionne and Dee Dee. And apparently fucking Dee Dee, man, this bitch-ass bitch, Dee Dee, molested Whitney and her brothers. And I'm like, man, when you get molested, you need extensive therapy. And who knows if you ever get over that, even with therapy. And this bitch-ass bitch, Dee Dee, yo, you violated the code, man. You're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to be watching this kid. But most importantly, it's even weirder when the ladies do the molesting. It's like, yo, you want some fucked up shit. Like, when guys molest, we're like, all right, well, they be doing that sometimes, you know. But when ladies molest, you the devil, bitch. You the devil. Immediately when it was revealed, I Googled to make sure she was dead. I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, don't let this woman in. Don't let her in. Send her to the zone, the red zone. She's terrible. So that would explain why Whitney was just so like, she had the voice of an angel, but yet in her personal life, she just didn't feel free. She was so tortured. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, this is sad. This is sad as hell. So I finished that, turned that off, and I put on Mr. Beast games. And now I don't really know Mr. Beast. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I like that. You know, he figured out YouTube and got filthy rich from it. That's cool with me. And when I say rich, I'm not talking like monetarily, but freedom. I like money, not because it's going to make me rich or something. I like money for the freedom that it gives you. When you have money, then you don't have to worry about, you know, how am I going to eat? Or can I turn the lights on? Or can I use my AC? Or can I use the heat? Like, shit like that. Like, that fucking sucks. But when you're rich, or when you're economically well off, you don't worry about, leaving the lights on all night or for days on end, or you don't got your stuff on a kill switch like me to save money, Jack. Mr. Beast figured it out and got stupid rich off of YouTube. So I do like that. I like that he figured it out. And so he started a game show kind of like Squid Games called Mr. Beast Games. Except nobody dies. Obviously, nobody dies. We don't want nobody to get hurt. And the prize money is $5 million. What will you do for $5 million? And so just to kind of give you a little insight, they have these little trivia games. They have these like really thoughtful, like, hey, I can bribe you right now. I will give you a case full of money. I will give you some money right now. But you have to sacrifice yourself. If you sacrifice yourself, your whole team is out. You'll get X amount of dollars, but your whole team, the rest of your team gets sent home. So it's just seeing people's thought process like, oh, I don't want to. And then some people are like, give me the fucking money. I'm like, listen, you're on a show to win $5 million. There's 1,000 contestants. It's probably best if you take the money. Whatever he offers you, take the money, because chances of you getting the 5, slim to none, right? So you're better off just taking some money and not coming home empty-handed. See, but people get greedy and they go, nah, I'm staying in the game, Mr. Beast. I'm staying in the game. One of the bribes got up to $1 million. $1 million. And I just thought to myself, and the guy's like, nope, I'm not selling out my team. We're all staying. Everyone's like, yeah, woohoo. And then when the time came for him to go do something else, he's like, sorry, team, I'm out of here. So I'm like, damn, if somebody's offering me $1 million, but if I take that money, the rest of my team goes home, bon voyage. It's not a team game. See, that's what people got confused. Only one person's going to win the $5 million. Obviously, you would want it to be you. But when you think about your odds, you're 1 in 1,000, right? Chances are, if Mr. Beast offer you anywhere between $50K to $1 million, you should take the money. Because even if Uncle Sam takes half, that's still more money in your pocket than you could potentially get, later on and possibly get eliminated, because the way he set it up was sometimes you're in challenges by yourself. Sometimes you're in challenges with other people, your friends. It's all a thing. One of the challenges, it was if nobody sacrifices themselves on the team, then everyone goes home. So you had to decide. Everybody had to vote. One person to be sacrificed and sent home, or the whole team goes. And so one team didn't pick anybody, and they all got sent home. All of them. And when I say all, like, it was like a team of 50. They got wiped the fuck out. And the way Mr. Beast did it, too, it was cold. He had like a fucking trap door and just hit the button and they all fell through. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. But the reason I was watching it was because I saw some news report like, Mr. Beast is mean. He's dangling this carrot of money to these people and it's so tragic. He's making them choose between their friendships and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, y'all knew exactly what you signed up for. It is a game to win $5 million. What would you do to win $5 million? You got to play the game. If you don't like it, leave. Leave the show. Let somebody else in it. So I didn't see anything too egregious other than the trap door where people fall through when they lose. I was like, damn, that is kind of fucked up, Mr. Beast. But other than that, it was just like, you know, you really have to decide. If some of the games were like, one of them, he had them in a cubicle and they had to decide. Out of the three people in the cubicle, only two were going to leave. One person had to self-eliminate themselves, meaning they would, you know, handcuff themselves to the wall and tell everybody to leave. They had to self-sacrifice. So I was like, Jesus Christ, that is fucked up. But like I said, if there's any opportunity, I feel like just take the money. You're better off just taking the money, getting something. That way you don't show up empty-handed, you know? So, but there is going to be those people who win some money, or there is going to be one person who wins the $5 million. So obviously you would want it to be yourself, but, you know, these things happen. So, yeah, I was like, man, if I was on that Mr. Beast show, whatever money he offering, I'm taking it. Fuck the team. Oh, damn it. You know, because it's like, man, any little bit of money helps pay bills. You know, I started my shop to pay bills. I started my shop to pay for this podcast. You know, so it's like, I'm not trying to do this to get rich. I'm just trying to make this my job. I've always told myself if I somehow got famous from podcasting, even if I made the same amount of money, I would be content because I'm having fun. I'm doing what I love to do. So, shout out to every single one of y'all who, of course, likes, shares, and subscribes to the show. I appreciate you. And all of you who have bought anything from my shop, God bless you. I appreciate that as well, too, because, man, that has helped. That has helped so much. But damn. That Mr. Beast Games. I highly recommend. Check it out. It's on Amazon Prime if you got that. And then Whitney, the documentary, 2018. That's on Netflix as well. Let's see what else I have got for you. Oh! I also watched my favorite Japanese Yakuza series called Outrage. Holy shit, man. You gotta watch this shit. It's like if Sopranos and Hostel had a baby, you would get Outrage. Holy shit, is it good. Man, these dudes, Japanese people don't mess around, man. If you challenge their character, they're like, no, fuck you. Oh yeah, fuck you. Oh yeah, I am the best. Prove it. Oh yeah, I'll cut off my pinky. No, I'll cut off my pinky. And at one point, old boy didn't even wait for the knife. He was like, you know what? All y'all are not as badass as me. And old boy bit his own pinky off. And he was like, happy now? And then spit it out on the table. I was like, damn. These Yakuza dudes are crazy, yo. Old boy just bit off his own pinky. Yee! Damn. But these dudes are like, having an argument or something, and they're like, get the knife out. Arigato gozaimasu. Kane. People just be slicing each other. People be blowing each other up. Yo, one of them, spoiler alert. They put old boy head in the dirt and just left him in the center of the road till the bus ran his ass over. I'm like, oh, damn. You brought shame to the family. You did, Jack. You did. But it's a 3-part series. Outrage, Beyond Outrage, and Outrage Coda. Beat Takashi is his name. He is fucking badass, man. I believe he's in it. I think he wrote it, and then he's also in there. So he's one of the badass Yakuza dudes. And even though, Yakuza dudes break the law and stuff, this is like one Yakuza dude that you root for. You're like, oh man, I hope this dude survives. So check out Outrage, Beyond Outrage, and Outrage Coda. I would say out of all 3 of the movies, I would say Outrage and Beyond Outrage are the best. Coda is like the final explanation for everything. But I feel like they talk a little bit too much in this one, which I'm intrigued, so I'll watch it. The subtitles, of course. But if you're in for like the vicious kills and gunfights and explosions and all that shit, then 1 and 2 is gonna be your jam for sure. Let's see what else. Oh, UFC is back. UFC is back. Final fucking Lee. Uncle Dana, we missed you, man. This has been the saddest 3 weeks of our lives for fight fans. UFC is back, and it is a shit card, but we don't fucking care. We're just happy to have fights, yo. So my UFC picks are as follows. Nurilo Aliev, Victoria Dudkova, Magomed Gadzhigilotov, Nicole Kalmari, Trey Adgen, Ihor Portiria, Philippe Burns, Philippe Brunes, Uros I Need a Medic, Christian Rodriguez, Roman Kopilov, Cesar Almeida, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Amanda Ribas. Those are my motherfucking UFC picks. Bet with me, bet against me. Who cares? It's such a fucking fight. Yeah! We're back, Jack, and I'm fucking happy. I'll take it. Trash card, but I don't give a shit. I'm just happy it's on. Let's see what else. Oh, all right. Before I end the podcast, obviously it's a new year, new goals. I did my goal post on YouTube Shorts because I'm trying to be a YouTube Shorts champion. And basically, I mentioned, if you haven't seen it already, Genty TV. One of my goals this year is to have 1,000 subscribers and get 10 million watch time. So that means out of the 1,000 subscribers, I need all of my shorts to be watched 10 million times, not views, but just the amount of hours. I think they said 10 million hours or something, or 4,000 hours. I don't know. I just saw 10 million is the end. You're like a beast. I want to say it's like 4,000 is to get you monetized. So that's the goal, to up my YouTube visibility by vlogging more. But some things that I would like to share for you that maybe might be beneficial to you, maybe not, but I thought were cool. Tips for success in 2025. These tips for success have not changed. They have always been the same, but I feel like if you hear them, sometimes you might be motivated to stay by them. So the first one is stay hydrated. I see so many people have issues and various medical ailments, or just grouchy, or other things going on, just out of whack, feeling funky, cramping. And I'm like, are you hydrated? How many glasses of water you think you drink? Whatever you think you drink, it's not enough, because you bent out of shape. Your mood is weird. You're all sketched out. You're aggro. Drink some water. And if you want to get real down and dirty, put some water, sliced lemon, and Himalayan salt in there. And that's nature's electrolyte right there. And if you're feeling really, really down and dirty, buy you some electrolyte packets like Liquid IV or I like electrolyte gummies. What else am I using? I'm using also an electrolyte powder. Add that to your water. I think that's going to be so crucial for your brain, your mind, how you focus, how you feel, how you poop. For all you nasties who come and see me at my work and go, I haven't pooped in 3 months. Yeah, because you don't drink enough water. You're not going to go if you don't drink enough water. So please, drink some water if you can. Next, diet. Try and consume more protein, less sugar. And also, if you can, try and think about this. If you eat fast food 2 to 3 times a week, maybe try and go down to 2 or 1 day a week. If you don't eat fast food at all, God bless you. You the man or lady. But I think eating foods that you can recognize the ingredients are important because that has a better reaction in your body. Your body's able to communicate with the things that you give it if it's the right things. But if you give it dog shit, it's not going to work right. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. Like I give my body Baja Blast. Now, that's only on the weekends. But I know when I give my body what it needs a Baja Blast freeze, I feel better. Let's see. Could get a good night's rest. That is why I'm ending this podcast abruptly, because I need to get some rest. Getting 7 to 8 hours of rest is so crucial because the first 4 hours of your sleep is light sleep, so you're not quite asleep yet. But that last 4 hours of sleep is your deep sleep. That's how you repair your tissues. That's how you secrete growth hormone. That's how your brain is able to clean itself out, break up the plaque. Getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum a day is going to be so beneficial. And if you don't already do this, please. They've done so many studies on this. There is less than 0.5% of the population who can function correctly on less than 5 hours of sleep. I hate to break the news to you. You are not that person. Get your rest. 7 to 8 hours minimum. I told you the other day after I got my massage and cupping, both of those days I slept for 10 hours. Jeez. I mean, come on. And I felt like $1 million after that 10 hours of rest. I felt great. So I highly recommend getting some rest. Next, exercise. Yeah. Exercise, folks. And I'm not talking about doing jujitsu, even though it's the coolest one of all. Maybe it doesn't work for you. Maybe you don't like being in close quarters combat with some sweaty ass dude dripping sweat in your eye or your ear or your mouth, or all the hair that comes off from people's head ends up in your mouth, your eye, the whole mess. It's nasty. It's pretty nasty. If you can find something where you're moving and sweating, like either body weight exercises, going to the gym, maybe not right now because the gym's crowded with a bunch of newbies. So maybe wait till February. Riding your bike, swimming, dancing. Dancing was one of my home exercises that I absolutely love to do. I will put on the dance game and dance along and sweat my tuchus off. That is healing. Oh my gosh. I love that. Find something. Jump rope, ride the bike, swim, skateboard, rock climb, hike. Do something, please. It has just being still is good if you've been active. But if you're still all the time, you're all crunched up at your desk at work, or you're crunched up at your desk at home, you need to get moving. You need to get the blood pumping. You need to break a sweat. You don't want to catch this 2-week flu everybody got right now. In order to beat that, you got to be moving, Jack. You can't be laying down, gorging on snacks and holiday food like me. You got to be moving. I think that's the key to feeling good. Helps your mind think better. Going outside, looking up at the horizon and just seeing how beautiful things are. Moving around, walking, riding your bike, jogging, swimming, dancing, basketball, football, soccer, rugby, hockey, something, please, tennis, Martial arts, do something, please, this year. If you don't have a hobby, find one. I urge you to. And then finally, make a list of all the things that you would like to accomplish daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. I think this would be for the hardcores. You're really about it. You really want to make a change. You've checked all of the other boxes and you're like, what's next? My what nexters? Make a list of your daily goals, your weekly goals, your monthly goals, and your yearly goals. I think that will be really refreshing, inspiring. Maybe you don't have a goal. Maybe you're just chilling. Think of something inspirational to write down daily or weekly or monthly or yearly. I think it's important to jot that down wherever it is you keep notes. Either I don't like to keep notes on the phone, but if you do, okay, we'll let that one slide. But something about writing stuff down really helps your brain remember and to hold you accountable. So, if you would like, once again, these are my tips for success. This is just what I have learned in my 40 years of life and what I have seen from other successful rich ass fools that I follow and that inspire me. And I said, why the hell not? Why won't I share with my listeners as well too? Because you never know. Somebody could be listening to this and be like, I needed to hear that. You know, I never know. So I just say it and hope it helps. It finds the right person that it needs to help. Okay. I'm going to end there because what the hell? It is super late. I need to get my rest. So that means I got to stop this and edit this podcast. But before I go, before we part each other and go and start our tips for success for 2025, please like, share, and subscribe to Rambo Radio, RamboRadio.com, Gen T TV on YouTube. All right, folks, it has been a pleasure. I'm wishing you a safe and happy and healthy 2025. Tips for success. Maybe those tips for success don't work for you. Maybe your job for 2025 is to find tips to help you feel successful that work for you. I will talk to you all next week. But until then, this is Rambo Radio. I'm out. Peace.